stand here, right here. This wooden bridge, darkened by time, is not merely a crossing over a narrow canal. It is the 0 point of Japan. From here, distances to every corner of the country were measured, the 0 kilometer of an empire. The year is 1700. The city of Edo already holds over 1 million souls, making it the largest city on earth at a time when London could only dream of such numbers. Look at these people. They do not know we are watching. A fish merchant arranges his catch on woven straw mats, the smell of the sea still fresh on every scale. A porter bends under the weight of rice sacks, his feet in straw sandals beating a steady rhythm into the packed earth. 2 samurai cross the bridge, and the crowd parts without a word, without a command. It simply knows. The wood of this bridge creaks under thousands of footsteps every day. The canal to the left lives its own separate life, small cedar boats carrying everything the city breathes: rice, salt, timber, ceramic jars. Above the shop doors hang norin, fabric curtains marked with characters. Paper windows glow from within with warm yellow light. Somewhere around the corner, smoke rises from a kitchen fire. Someone is making today's meal. This is not a reconstruction. This is the memory of wood and water and stone. 150 years pass, and what has changed? Almost nothing. And that is the most astonishing thing of all. Japan deliberately closed its doors to the world in the 17th century. No foreign ships, no foreign ideas. The country preserved itself like an insect in amber, perfectly, completely, in every detail. The wood of this bridge has been reinforced slightly, metal brackets added, beams thickened. The city has grown, trade has become more complex, there are more goods than before. New items appear on shop shelves, but they are still Japanese, still familiar, still wholly their own. Yet somewhere beyond the horizon, beyond the sea, ships are already moving. Admiral Perry has not yet arrived, but he will, in 3 years. And everything you see now, this stillness, this confidence, this rhythm, will change forever. For now, silence. For now, wood. For now, paper in the windows. Watch carefully now. You are witnessing the birth of a new country before your eyes. 1875. The wooden bridge gives way to stone. On the horizon, telegraph poles appear, thin, black, and incomprehensible. Japanese people look at them with distrust and curiosity at the same time. The first brick buildings on the right side appear foreign, like words from another language inserted into a familiar song. Glass windows, Roman lettering on signs beside the characters. Men in kimono walk alongside men in frock coats and top hats. The Meiji Restoration is not merely a change of government. It is the decision of an entire nation. We will take from the West everything we need to survive, and we will remain ourselves. Easy to say, difficult to do. These people did it. Former samurai removed their swords, not because they were defeated, but because the emperor they served their entire lives commanded it. They become officials, police officers, officers in a new army. Their discipline and loyalty go nowhere. Only the form changes. Japan won a war against Russia. Stop for a moment. Let that settle. An Asian country that 40 years earlier had no modern army or navy defeated one of the great European powers. The world will never forget this, not ever. You can feel it in the way people walk on the streets of Nihonbashi, in the way they hold their heads. Rickshaws are still here, but growing fewer. The first automobiles appear, clumsy, loud, smelling of gasoline and the future. Street lamps already burn with electricity. The First World War roars on the other end of the world, while Tokyo builds, trades, and lives. Japan supplies goods to the Allies and grows wealthy on another's tragedy. Such is the world. By 1920, the city is already recognizable as a city of the 20th century. Automobiles, trams, office buildings, and only the bridge, that same bridge, stands and watches. The Great Kanto Earthquake, 1923. It does not appear in our frames, but it lives in every stone you see afterward. Tokyo burned almost entirely to the ground. 140,000 dead. The city was rebuilt, and rebuilt even more modern, even taller, even denser. The 20s mean jazz, cinema, women in short skirts and short hair, the so-called modern boys and modern girls who smoke, dance, and read Dostoevsky in translation. But by the 30s, a shadow. Look at the banners on the buildings. Look at the uniforms growing more numerous by the year. The streets are still lively, the advertising still bright, but something has shifted in the air, a tension that cannot be named, but can be felt. 1939. Japan is already at war in China. The pact has been signed. The decision has been made. Stop now. Simply stop and look. 1944. Shop windows are crossed with strips of paper to keep glass from shattering. Sandbags by the doorways. People walk quickly without meeting each other's eyes. Almost no one smiles. The shelves hold almost nothing. Rice on ration cards. Meat is a forgotten concept. Women and teenagers work the factories in place of men taken by the army. On the 10th of March, 1945, 300 American B-29 bombers came in the night at low altitude with incendiary bombs. In 2 hours, 40 square kilometers of neighborhoods burned to the ground. 100,000 dead in a single night. The bridge survived. In some strange, inexplicable way, it survived. Around it, ash and silence. The water in the canal reflects a sky that no longer burns. From the ash, hands.
Literally, the first thing the city does after surrender is people begin clearing rubble with their bare hands. No machinery, no resources, only hands and the decision to continue living. 1946. Temporary wooden shops nailed together from fragments of surviving buildings. Black market stalls where everything is sold and bought because there is almost no money. American soldiers walk the streets, and the victors and the defeated look at each other with mutual curiosity. The Korean War gave the spark. Japanese factories produced for the American military, and the economy revived suddenly, almost explosively. By 1955, there are permanent buildings again, real goods in real stores, bicycles and the first small Japanese automobiles, ridiculous looking, but they run. By 1960, Tokyo looks like a city, again. The Japanese economic miracle. This is not a metaphor. Economists still debate how it happened at all. In 20 years, from the 50s through the 70s, Japan became the second largest economy in the world, from zero, from ash, from nothing. Look at 1965. Above the canal, an expressway, a highway built for the 1964 Olympics. Tokyo was hosting the games and wanted to show the world, we are back. They built the expressway directly over the canal, directly over the water where cedar boats once carried rice. Convenient? Yes, but there will be a price to pay. Later, decades later. The 70s mean Toyota, Sony, Honda, transistors and tape recorders, Japanese televisions in American living rooms, a revenge won not with weapons, but with engineering. The city grows upward and outward. Neon burns around the clock. The 90s brought what economists call the lost decade. The economic bubble burst. Real estate that had been worth more than all of California collapsed in value. Banks in crisis, businesses closing. But look at the street. It is alive still full of people. Japanese restraint is present here too. No one screams, no one protests loudly. They simply adapt. They simply move forward. The 2000s bring the internet, mobile phones, anime and manga as global culture. Tokyo is again at a peak, no longer of economic miracle, but of cultural influence. Touchscreens on vending machines before anyone else had touchscreens. Automatic doors, heated toilet seats, built-in music. A city that runs on precision and courtesy. And everywhere above, the expressway over the canal, casting shadow, pressing down, but standing. And now, today, you are standing here again. The same spot, the same angle, the same point of view. Only now, instead of wooden shops, there is glass and steel. Instead of fabric curtains, there are LED screens. Instead of samurai, there are managers in suits carrying briefcases. But the bridge, the same bridge. Nihonbashi has stood here since 1603. It has been rebuilt, restored, reinforced. It survived earthquakes, fires, firebombing, economic crises. It has seen samurai and American soldiers, rickshaws and electric cars. Above it, the expressway. It arrived in '64 and was supposed to be temporary. 60 years later, it is still there. Tokyo has been discussing its removal, perhaps before the next major event, perhaps. But for now, the bridge lives in the shadow of its own city. There is something particular about standing here and knowing this. Beneath this asphalt is the same earth walked by merchants of the 17th century. The same water flows under the expressway. The same stars appear at night above the towers. Cities do not die. They only change their face. And if you look at this bridge long enough, at the right moment, when the sun sets and lights everything from below with that same golden light it cast in 1700 and 1945, and again today, you can see all of them at once. Everyone who walked here, everyone still to come. Nihonbashi, 0 kilometer, a heart that has not stopped once in 325 years.